Hello, and welcome to tonight's stream. I low-key just did not stream last night, but I'm back tonight. Partially though, cause I got some fun stuff to open, but not gonna lie, I already started opening it because I'm super impatient. But we got some more prismatic art collection. Opened like a little over half of it, but we still have some packs left. And I got some more rarity collection, which I opened more than half of as well. I may or may not have already pulled a prismatic starlight, but we'll see what else I can pull. I'll probably just open these randomly throughout the night, but I'm pretty excited about them. It's a fun set. Both of them are fun sets. They're not the same set. Let's go ahead and open one now while we wait on getting started. Starting off with this dude. Got some fancy thing. Dragon Boy. Okay, what a way to start the night. A prismatic starlight. I have no idea what this one is. Like all of the other ones I've recognized, but this is a new one. Some kind of dragon. And it's purple. Pretty nice. Wow, yeah, no, I was not expecting to get that first pack of this stream. But that's pretty great. Go ahead and stick that in a top loader. It's beautiful. Amazing. Alright, I'm curious about how good this one is, because there are definitely some that are better than others. Also, I just want to know what his name is. What is this boy's code, so I can find his name. Number 13. Cyber End Dragon. What a guy. Cyber End Dragon. Pretty fancy. No idea what the prismatic starlight's worth. Looks like the regular secret rare is like $5 to $10 though. So cool. Oh, well, I just saw a listing for $40, so I'm gonna say that's a $40 card. And that's pretty fantastic. Pretty shiny boy. I love these Korean Yu-Gi-Oh packs. Like, they're the best. Hey, welcome, Jesse. It's good to see ya. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Yeah, so that's pretty fun. I'm really enjoying these Yu-Gi-Oh packs. I'm probably gonna continue opening a box or two a week. You know. Not like I need more stuff to open in addition to all my magic, but is what I do. I'm gonna look up what this Dragon Boy's name is too, because I would like to know. Number 24. He is Firewall Dragon. Neato. What a dude. Alright, well now I know. I feel better. But yeah, no. Cyber End Dragon definitely taking the cake there. I've been working like crazy. If that's not relatable, my goodness, I have been like so extra tired lately, and I'm like, why am I so tired? And then I'm like, oh yeah, because I work all the time. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, most weeks I mean, I always get Sundays off because we're closed, but most weeks I only get one other day off, and I always still go, because usually the nights I get off are when Commander is, so yeah, been definitely keeping busy with work. And then I'm just like doing TCG player stuff almost all night, most nights, which not the best habit, but it's pretty in character for me. I just am really good at staying up all night. I really shouldn't do that tonight though, because I have to open tomorrow. I mean, I don't have to open till 2, but that's fairly early for me. I actually woke up at like noon today. That's because I went to bed a little bit early since I didn't stream last night, because I was so tired. Like, I don't know why. I had just like a regular, well, what, 5-hour shift at work. But I was just exhausted. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I was probably like an hour till closing, and I was just like, I'm like done. Usually it's not that bad, but yeah, so I was pretty worn out, but I still had to come home and take care of a whole bunch of TCG stuff. but I got it taken care of, and then I was just like, well, stream's not happening. I also did my nails. They're butterflies, and they're sparkly. I didn't want to focus. Oh, there we go. Look how cute! So I also did these last night, because my farm nails were continuing to fall off, so I was like, okay, looks like I'm gonna use something new, and I chose sparkly butterfly nails. I mean, originally they were just sparkly nails. I added the butterflies myself, because I felt like it. That's why I added them. Now let me check real quick, see if we've gotten any orders. Let's see, I don't think so. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and open a pack of my second Yu-Gi-Oh set, the Rarity Collection 2020. See what spice we can get out of here. See if we can compare it all to this one. No idea what this is. Looks fun. Little cauldron dude, bro. Some kind of ultra rare dragon. And fancy. I don't know what it is, but it's fancy. Go ahead and give him a sleeve, I guess. Yeah, I'm learning a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards in these packs, but there's some that I still just, you know, gotta get used to. Let's see, I can just look him up. Super speedy way. Rarity Collection 3 KR 015. No, I still didn't find him. Alright, Google search time. Oh, this is a different Cyber Dragon apparently. Cyber Dragon Notchter. What a dude. Alright, we'll take that. Very nice. Go ahead and I'll figure out these ones' names later. Promise I know some of their names. These last couple packs have just been unlucky ones. I did earlier though pull. Let me see. I got an ultra rare Ash Blossom. And this is some random stuff. Oh, I did get another prismatic Appaloosa, so that was pretty exciting. Where's the other ones I got? Let's see. Sleeve is stuck. There we go. This is what I got at Sky Striker Ace Kagari. That is my other... Man, I pulled 2 Starlights today. Like, what a day. And just some other random stuff. Ooh, did get a Fusion Destiny, which is one of the more expensive super rares you can pull in these packs. Trade-in. Regular Kagari. Now, see, that one I already had. It's just, I put them together. Because I was trying to figure out which version was the alt art. And I was like, is this one? That's the alt art. Yeah, just a bunch of other fancy cool stuff. Some more terraformings. I already had him. He's a pretty cool dude. But yeah, so lots of neato stuff for certain. Yeah, I've also kind of been wanting to open a pack of Gate Roller. Nobody buys those. That should be fun if I open one, right? Gate Roller's been, I think, becoming a little bit more popular again since they finally announced the 4th set. It took them a good while, but that was just due to some, like, issues with firing, like, one of the creators. It's complicated stuff. Anyways, we got the Grand Dragon of Ancient Valor, who does not want to move, and let me see what's behind him. There we go. Okay, Spider's Thread. A Sword of Brovnik. This is actually a pretty decent 1-star. Oh my goodness, they're all stuck together. Festival of Flowing Lanterns, Minotaur Desperado check. We have Major One-Man Army Garson. Maxwell's Demon. Soul Grinder Hex. Then we're on to the foil cards. We have an Exo Armor Trooper Yuhi. That's a 3-star. And what do we got behind him? Ooh, the Invisible Hand. That's actually a pretty decent one as well. We take those. Oops, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh sleeve. I do not want Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves for my Gate Roller cards. So there we go. Got another sleeve over here. Oh, but yeah, I did get to play Commander tonight, and I tried out my new Sin Triplets deck, and so it's the deck that I by far put the least money into, and It shows. I was like, wow, this is rough. It's like, it wasn't that it was super bad, but it was not that exciting to play. It was kind of boring. But I still ended up getting second place. I don't know how. I think it's just because I wasn't really a threat at like any point, so nobody was worried about taking me out. So I was just like sitting there chilling, watching them all like squabble amongst themselves, and I was just like, like there was a couple points where I mean all I basically did using Send Triplets was still like 2 lands, and that was it. That was all I did. It was rough. But then after that, so I did win. So no, I didn't win, but I didn't lose. I got second place, and it was good enough for me. Then we tried to hurry and do another game. That game took 2 hours. I think that's probably one of the longest games of Commander that I've played yet. Yeah, it took a long time. But then we had 30 minutes to closing, so we decided to try and play another game, and I was like, okay, Send Triplets, I'm sorry, but you just are not cutting it. It's time for some milling. So of course I pulled out my mill deck, and that was fun. So I have this one card called Dothy Voidwalker, and basically how it works is whenever people have to put cards into their graveyards, instead they're exiled with a void counter on them. And then basically that means they just become Dothys. He just kind of takes some and keeps them. And then at any point you can sacrifice Dothy, take one of those cards exiled with him, and then play it for free. And so, I never really realized that I could do this before. But so I played my card that mills half of my opponent's libraries. And so, they milled their libraries, and then they had to give them to Dothy. So I had half of all of my opponent's libraries just like in this tower, and I could choose any card I wanted out of them to play. I was just like, I don't even know what to choose. I mean, it was probably around 120 cards. I was just like, I don't know. But then I played another card that made one person mill half their library, so if they're already half milled library, they had to mill half of it again. And so then they gave me even more cards, so I had 2/3 of their cards at this point, and I was just like, wow. But I couldn't pull any of the cards I needed to, like, actually, like, accomplish much, other than that I, milled all those cards and could use Dothy for whatever I wanted. The only problem was I didn't even like most of the cards they had. I was just like, these are kind of cringe. But, in the very least, it made it so that they could not use their cards. I mean, I just stole their decks. Which is kind of ironic, because the whole point of my Send Triplets deck is to steal cards from other people's hands and play with their decks. But instead, my mill deck somehow ended up being the one that I got to steal their decks. It was so funny. It was great. That game was a little bit chaotic. I think I got second maybe at that one too, but we sort of ran out of time before we like officially ended the game. But it was so delightfully chaotic. I'm like, see, this is why my milling deck's my favorite. Like, it is just wild every time. I love it. It's so much fun. But yeah, so that was Commander tonight. I'm sad that I don't get to play on Friday. I don't know if I'll get to play on Saturday either, because I've got stuff going on, like, after work. I'm not going to be free on Saturday, so I have work until, like, 5, and then I'll be busy until 8 or 9. And sometimes there's a group that plays on Saturday night, but it's going to be, like, 9 o'clock, and I don't know if I want to, spend gas money to drive back to the city that I work in, because that's where they meet. So yeah, probably not going to get to play much more Commander. Probably not till next week, which is really sad. Unless, for some reason, somebody is like, yo, I'll give you a ride for free. Which wouldn't really make any sense, because, like, I kind of live in a different area than most of the other people, so sadly it'll probably not happen. See, Friday. I mean, I guess if a group decides to play Friday night, then maybe. But I don't know if I'll really want to play that much after work on Friday, because it's gonna be like 10 o'clock when I get off work, so I will be very tired, most likely, after working for 6 hours. But I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, I guess I don't have anything going on before work if I found people that wanted to play before my shift on Friday. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll find anybody that does. It'd be super groovy though. I guess I can just like ask, because we got a group chat. I'll just be like, yo, anybody want to play Commander early with me? Because I have to work. And there's a little chance that someone will. So like, I don't know. It's possible. Alright, I'm checking. It's still not seeing any orders. I'll open a couple more packs. I at least want to get through these, but it looks like things are going to be pretty slow tonight, so probably not going to be a very long stream. It's kind of sad, because Monday's stream was super slow too, so I was hoping tonight would be a little more exciting, but I guess not. Sad times. Alright, we got a Dark Magician to start off. We got an emergency teleport. We have, is this the Ghost Warner? Or Moonlight Chill? I think so. And let's see, this is Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, which I also don't think is that good of a card, but it's pretty. It's got that going for it. Let's see, I think that was Prismatic Art, so let's open a rarity collection as well. See what we've got in this one. Oh, Regeki! That's Regeki, right? I'm pretty sure that's Regeki, which is a good card. Have this dude, I don't know his name, a Dragon Boyo, and this one. I've actually pulled this one before. I feel like I should remember its name, but I just do not. But, you know, I'll take that. Not bad. Pretty fancy fellow. Let's leave him and this one. I'm pretty sure it's Regeki. I need to check now, because this is going to bother me if I just don't know. It is Regeki. I was right. I'm so proud of myself. Regeki's a great card. Go ahead and sleeve him up as well. So we take those. Beautiful. Actually, I should probably make sure it's not like a really expensive card, because I know there are some Regekis that are pretty spicy, pricey dudes. So okay, struggling to find it. Okay, well, never mind. I give up. At least I know his name is in fact, well, it's not really a creature or anything, but I know this guy's name is Regeki. It's good enough for me for now. Alright, well, I guess we'll just keep opening these packs. I really should just do a longer stream, but I'm pretty tired, and I got some TCG stuff to work on. Then, yeah, gotta open tomorrow. How much do you sell an average day? Just like on stream? Or like TCG player? Because, I mean, giving a definitive answer for either is very difficult because they're both super inconsistent, but yeah, I mean, like, some days I sell nothing, some days I sell like tons of stuff. It's really random. Alright, we got this harp thingy. Ooh, IP Masquerena, not bad. Another Ghost Reaper. I think this is just the different art. But we do take IP Mask. She's pretty popular. Go ahead and give her a sleeve. I think that's my second one. Because I'm pretty sure my other's an ultra rare too. Probably. Maybe. Alright, on to another pack. Prismatic Art Collection. Wait, is that what I did? I just opened a Prismatic Art Collection. I should be opening another Rarity Collection, but too late. Got this boyo. That weird thing again. I know I've looked up this one before, but I don't remember for sure what it's called. Oh, nice. Got a Terraforming Prismatic Secret Rare. We take those. I've like pulled like all of the different terraformings possible from this set. Because I have the Parallel Rare, I think. I can't remember for sure if there's a Super Rare. I do have a Super Rare from something. And then now I've got the Prismatic Secret, and I've also pulled the Starlight. So, that's pretty great. On stream. Yeah, no, it is so random. I'll have some streams that I sell, like, literally 0. And other nights, I'll sell, like, multiple booster boxes. There is no consistency. We used to be a bit more consistent, like, a few months back, but we've been just doing a little more slow lately. I've been focusing a lot on TCG Player instead. Okay, we got this interesting, like, icy night looking dude. I don't know what this is, but it kind of looks like a little train man. I like it. Hey, another ash. I am, like, super pro at pulling ash blossoms. This is another ultra rare as well. And we got this rhinoceros dude, which I'm not that interested in compared to another ash blossom. I don't even know, like, how I pull as many ash blossoms as I do. Like, it's ridiculous. Because now I got 2 of these ultra rares. I think I have 2 or 3 super rares. And I have at least 1 secret ash blossom. Oh, and my ultimate rare. That one's wild. It's pretty great. We take those. Very spicy. Alright, let's open another one. Snip. Alright. Got this dude I don't know. It's like a bingo doodad. Ooh, we got the ultra rare Appaloosa. We take those. And, oh, this thing, but fancier. I still don't know what its name is, but now we have the supers and the not the starlight, not the prismatic. That's what it's called. I know my Yu-Gi-Oh rarities. I'm just not always the best at them. I know most of them. There's a couple that I sometimes get mixed up, like the extra secret rare, but that's just because I've only ever pulled like 1 or 2 of those. Alright, we got this dark spooky place. Got this guy doing whatever the heck that is. Got a ghost bell and oh, hey, speaking of extra secret rares, it looks like we just pulled one. That's kind of funny that I literally just mentioned those. I don't know the name of this one, but it's an extra secret rare, which is pretty neato. Let's see if I can figure out how to get it into the sleeve. There we go. The sleeve was upside down. That was the problem. So yeah, now we have whatever this is in an extra secret rare. Take that. Second to last pack. Final one of the prismatic art collection. We got a Karibo. Got Starlight Road. Ooh, Red Eyes. We take that. And to finish off, an Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Prismatic secret rare. We will accept that silly dragon boy. And we will sleeve up my Red Eyes, because you can't go wrong with a Red Eyes Black Dragon. Pretty quality card. Monster Reborn was... Oh, is that the... Where did I put it? Oh, this one. That sounds right. I mean, this card is like a little bit familiar, but not well enough that I'd know it. Cool. I mean, either way. It's fancy rarity. We like those. Alright, we're on to our final pack of the rarity collection. Let's go ahead and see what spice this one will contain. Oh, I think this one's Ala Mirage. I'm pretty sure. Oh man, I just pulled an extra secret rare of this one too, and I looked up its name, and I already forgot it. Fancy boy. Got some nice colors going on. And to finish off whatever this is, I do not know, but it is something, I guess. Fun. Definitely got a few interesting things there. Got our Cyber End Dragon. Pretty exciting. Get another Starlight. Have this other Cyber Dragon thing. Get another Ash Blossom. And Monster Reborn. Pretty quality stuff. I have some more sitting around here somewhere, but I don't know where I moved them to. Because I was cleaning up my desk a little before stream started. Maybe they're in here? Oh, that's just magic stuff and sleeves. I don't know where I put them for sure. Oh, maybe it's over here. Let's see. Is this the pile that I put them in? Let's see. Those are just more Ghost Reapers. Aha! Here he is! That's my other extra secret rare. I don't know if there's anything else too interesting in this stack, though. I will just put it back in its little spot. yeah, definitely pull some cool stuff. I mean, plus the other Starlight. Crazy. I didn't, last time I opened one of these rarity collections, I didn't pull a Starlight. So I was surprised when I pulled one this time. But I guess I did pull a Ghost Rare last time, and I didn't this time, so, you know, I say it's a win either way. Of course, nothing will be quite as spicy as the, of course, Blue Eyes White Alternative Dragon Ghost Rare. That card is so cool. I'm probably gonna sell it though, because I want to buy more boxes. And you know, I always need more funding for my Magic the Gathering. Very, very important stuff there. I'm just obsessed. It's as simple as that. Alright, let me check orders again, see if we've had any come in since I last checked. Still not looking like it. Give it another, I mean, we've only been streaming like a half hour. Give it another 15 minutes or so. If we don't get anything going on, then I'll wrap up. Or maybe we'll get busy and I'll stream for a while longer. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. I'm definitely enjoying these Korean Yu-Gi-Oh ones. When are you dropping your first Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile? When somebody pays me to. I just am not interested enough in Yu-Gi-Oh to spend the money to build a deck. But, yeah. If somebody wants to pay me to build a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, by all means, I will build a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. But, personally, I'm a lot more interested in spending my own money and time building Magic decks, because I really like those. And like I said, my Sun Triplets deck is... it was just too budget. I didn't really spend that much money on almost anything in it. The majority of the cards in there, I didn't put them in there for like synergy's sake or anything. I just put them in because they kind of worked, and because I already had them. I probably only bought like a couple cards for it, like the Sun Triplets. I bought that one, and I don't know, I'm not even sure what else. But I'm thinking next, I'm probably gonna try and do my mono green deck, because I found a couple cool cards for that, so it should be fun. But I probably won't finish it for another week or two, because I don't usually have a ton of time for deck building, but it's fun. I do really enjoy deck building. I mean, that's like one of the things I've always really enjoyed. Like back when I played Pokemon for a little while, I loved building decks, and I enjoy that with Magic too, but the thing is with the Pokemon decks, I mostly built them online, so like, they were cheap. And then, yeah, but Magic, the online game, is pretty meh, so I want to play in real life with actual people. And that is expensive. I mean, as evidenced by the fact that two of my decks are probably both worth between $400 and $600, which is actually pretty low. You know, they could be worth a lot more. My Sun Triplets deck really doesn't have a ton of expensive cards in it. I mean, like, it's got a like $30 card. Everything else, though, I mean, maybe besides a couple $10 to $15 cards, most of them are probably under $5. Which, I mean, still adds up, because if you have, like, $100 cards, that equals up to, you know, $100. Copy your Magic build when it drops, if it's under 25. Yeah, no. All of my builds are pretty expensive. I mean, like I said, even with my Sun Triplets, even though it's my, like, budget deck that I spent the least on, it does still have at least one $30 card. I'm trying to think if, like, there's anything else in there that's expensive. I mean, there is, like, another $20 to $30 card that I want to buy for it, but I just haven't, you know, decided to actually spend my money on it yet. But we have one at work, and so I kind of want to buy it before someone else does, but at the same time, I should just let somebody else buy it so that I don't spend all my money on it. But yeah, $20 for a Magic deck is basically impossible, unless you get a really, 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 really rough, cheap deck. But, yeah, because precons for Commander are, like, $40 a piece. And that's just the precon. So it's $15 in a card, and then I broke the bank. Yeah, no, see, I have a problem And also, trading cards are like my entire life. So, it equals out to expensive stuff. Ooh, y'all want to see what's really cool though? Let me grab my bag. Gotta get my decks out. Let's see. I don't think I actually put this one in a deck yet. Should still be in here. See, there's my nightmare token. I'm pretty excited about him, but that's not what I'm here to show you. Ha, here it is. So, I had a friend custom make this for me. Actually, he just did it, like, for free. He was like, here. I was so excited about it. I mean, look how cool this looks. It's really cool how he made it, too. Apparently, like, there's some website that he uses to design them. And then he prints them out onto these stickers. And then he gets, like, a cheap, like, bulk foil card. Uses acetone to, like, clean it off. And then he puts, like, the sticker thing on top of it. And then it's fancy. And it's so freaking cool. And I really want to learn how to do it. But I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't, like, spend my money on buying stuff to make cards. As much as I would absolutely love this, my idea is if I just, you know, make handmade custom proxy cards, then I can trade my friend for his fancy printed ones, and it will be fantastic. But okay, so that's the Savannah, but I've got one more thing to show you in my absolutely gorgeous mill deck, which, you know, just a little bit of entertainment in terms of value here. Just this card, my commander, is a $20 card. That's like a $4 or $5 card. No clue. Maybe 4 or 5? Also do not know. No idea. That's like a $2, $3. I don't know, I pulled that one, so not sure. That was like $1 or $2. This land is probably $2 to $3. I think this was like $3 or $4, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 3 to 4. Whatever I said on the other one. I don't know, but I love this card. It's like literally my favorite. One of my favorites. Like top 5. But yeah, so see, there are just a few things in here that are pretty expensive. This is like a 4 or 5. Jace? Shoot, maybe like $10? Soul Ring, that's just like 2 or 3. This island I think is like 3. This one should be like 30. Time Warp is great. Counterspell, I think that one's a $5 card. Blood Artist should be like 2. Wandering Archaics, like 7 or 8. Fraying Sanity, I don't know. Meat Hook Massacre, this one's like $80. Leyline of the Void, this one's 15 to 20. Rhystic Study, I think is at 30 right now. Bravac, I think is around 20 to 25. Windfall Dano, Swamp, another 3 or 4. This island I don't think it's worth much. Take Numa's probably like 5. Misfault, not much. Don't know about those ones. Dark Ritual should be a few dollars. Here it is. This is what I want to show you. This is the other custom one he made for me. It's an Underground Sea, which is so cool. And I had my proxy Underground Sea that I made. So I moved that one into my Sun Triplets deck so that I could have this one in my favorite deck because it's so cool. Like, the art he picked for it, everything. It's so perfect. I absolutely love it. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, so that's that. And that's just a little bit of the value on, like, half the deck. Anyways, I think we actually got an order. So, let me hurry and clean up my mess of magic cards. Tower. And let's see what we've got. Go ahead and refresh everything. Ooh, alright, we're going to the pool game. I like that. I very much enjoy the pool game. What's the most you've dropped in a single card? And that's a hard one because a lot of my most expensive cards have been ones that I've, like, pulled out of packs. So I'm not really sure, like, as for bought. I mean, I guess, I know I bought a $60 card for my Tristani deck. But really most of the expensive cards that I have are, you know, ones that I pulled. I mean, I do have some Pokemon cards that were a lot more expensive. Like, I know I bought at least one Pokemon card that was probably $120 to $130. Oh, I guess for mystery packs and pool game, I have spent money on others. But I don't know if, like, you mean just for cards for me, just magic cards. I mean, I probably spent, like, $200 to $300 on at least a couple Pokemon cards. Alright, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. pulls for Venmo guy. Let me double check that I counted this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. Alright, for pool number 1, we have a first edition Kabuto from Fossil. Pool number 2. Okay then! Spicy Boyzard. That is very exciting. Oh my goodness. He was just right there in the front waiting to be found. Oh, that's so exciting. Congrats on a very, very spicy pool. We'll get him in a top loader in just a minute. On to our next card, we have a Grand Bull V. Sure, you don't really care about the rest of these that much after Charizard, but let's see. We got a Cloyster first edition from Fossil. Have a Golem first edition from Fossil. I don't know what's up with all these Fossil cards right next to each other, but okay. We have a Japanese Moltres V. Ooh, Whimsicott V-Star. That's actually pretty alright. Then a Raichu V. Got a Gardevoir holofoil. I'm finishing off with a Dark Sylveon V. Let's go ahead and get Spicy Boyzard into a top loader now. That's so exciting. Very, very big spice. Now this is not one I pulled. This is one I had to buy for the box. It is one of those very, very expensive ones. So yeah, that was... Who cares about these? This is the star of the show. Congrats on that. Very exciting. I think we're starting you a new pal. No, wait, we still got a little baby pal for you. Yeah, we still got a little pal going. We will get those added in there. Man, that's crazy. You know, if you wanted, I do have some Champions Pack. You could try and get a second one. Wouldn't that be so fun? Or have Shining Fates. You could go for the VMAX Sard too. I'm curious, is the VMAX Sard more expensive than the V? I need answers. I don't know. I suddenly realized that I'm not sure if it's still more expensive, because I know they've changed prices a lot. I mean, it probably is. Let's see. The one we just pulled, let's find Near Mint from a reputable seller. It's going around 160. Now, if we go to... see, where's Charizard? VMAX Secret Rare. Near Mint from a reputable seller. It is actually less. Okay, that's kind of wild. It's closer to about 130. That's so weird. The V has become more expensive than the VMAX. I mean, I'm pretty sure the VMAX used to be up at like $300 and the V was at like $200. They've definitely gone down a lot, but I'm sure they'll go back up like before long, because I mean, as they get harder and harder to, you know, come across, which they eventually will, or at least in like good condition. So my advice, keep your Zards in good condition, because in like several years from now, it's going to be a lot harder to find ones that are in spicy condition. I mean, like, I kind of wonder, like, the Reshazard, the rainbow one, I wonder, like, if there's information on TCG Player for that, let's see. I guess since it came out a few years ago, you can't really see as much. Man, it's so wild. The price is just all over the place. But it usually sits around $200, but it looks like a couple months ago some were selling for like $150, but pretty spicy pricey boy, if I do say so myself. Alright, let me check orders again, see if we've got anything else. And that Zard was so exciting. Definitely a huge win there. We like that. We like spicy boy Zards. It took a long time for anybody to pull him too, because he was actually in the first round of the pool game, but nobody pulled him, and by the time the box was like almost empty and I had to refill it, he was still there. Ooh, next time I refill it, I should probably do my Shining Noctowl. That will be very exciting. So yes. You guys want to see some more of the expensive cards I've got in my deck? So I'm gonna move this random upside down card. What even is it? Village Rites. It's foil. An additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. Yeah, I really don't care about that much. But yeah, back to my expensive deck, my favorite deck, that I still plan on investing more money into because it's my favorite. Mesmeric Orb. This is like a $10 card, but I traded a custom proxy I made for it. Mind Crank, no clue. Profane Tutor, I actually don't know either. Desatuars, I know it was like 7 or 8, but it may have gone down or up, who knows. Mystic Sanctuary, that's like 2 or 3. Wash Away, that should be at least a couple dollars. Fractured Sanity, not sure. Swamp, 2, 3. Ooh, Urborg, this is another like $30 card. Very spicy guy. Body of Knowledge, I don't know. Opposition Agent, that's gotta be a good few dollars. This island's probably only like $1. Sanguine Bond, this is a couple dollars. Island, a few dollars. Laboratory Maniac, I think he was like 5 or 6. Reanimate, ooh, this one might be the $10 one, I think it is. Castle Ventress, probably like 2 to 3. There's another 3, 4, 2 to 3, not much. No clue. Command Tower is probably like $1, maybe less. Mermaid, I think like $3. Shieldra, no, this is like a $12 card last I remember. Hey, welcome Nick. It's good to see ya. How's it going? But yeah, a large majority of these I did pull, but there are definitely some in here that I bought or traded for. Like, let's see. I don't know if this was this is probably one of the command towers that I traded for, but I'm not 100% certain. Then Laboratory Maniac I bought. Opposition Agent, I actually think I pulled that one. Sanguine Bond I had to buy. Urborg I pulled though, which was pretty exciting. And then yeah, the Mesmeric Order I traded for, and the Mind Crank, I think I just bought that one. So, yeah. But that's still not all. There's so many spicy cards in here. Pilfered Plans, I think I pulled that one. Yeah, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I actually pulled this before I started playing. It was back in like the summertime, but I think it's worth a couple dollars at least. Sangromancer, I think this one's not really worth much, but it's a pretty good card. Jason's Archivist, I did have to buy this for a few dollars. We've got Teferi, Master of Time. I honestly don't know what he's worth, but he's cool. Got another like $3, $4, $3, $4. Not sure. I think this one's probably around 7 or 8 right now. Maybe like $1 or 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Lear, this one's like $8 to $10. Got Kira, ooh, I think it's like 12 to 15. Exquisite Blood, this one's 30. Got Vito, I think he's probably 3 to 4, maybe 5. Thought Collapse, dunno. Professor Onyx, this one might be like the $15 one. Milken, dunno, that one's like 2 to 3. 2 to 3. 2? I think this guy's like 7 or 8, maybe. Hullbreaker, he's like 11. Carry, was like 6 or 7, but it might have gone down to 3 or 4. Murphic Pool, this is my proxy of like a $30 to $40 card. There's another 3 to 4, 3 to 4. And then we're back to the Underground Sea. So there's some more, you know, quick valuing. I know the prices of like the most expensive ones, because I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money to put into the deck. I should like value this one like all together, see what it's worth sometime. It's pretty interesting. I did that with like one of my first couple drafts of my Tristani deck, but I just keep changing it, so it never like lasts that long. Participate in Magic tournaments or anything. So not tournaments, I just play Commander. So Commander's a more casual way to play. Since it's like a group setting and, you know, all of that, but we do, like, at work, how we do it is, on nights that we have Commander, you know, split up into pods of, like, 3 to 4 people, and then whoever gets first place and whoever gets second place are, like, the ones that win prizes. Everybody else, they lose. Tough luck for them. But, I never, like, done any tournaments for other versions of the game, because the only time that I've ever played Modern was the online game back in, like, November, when I learned I learned the basics of Magic. And then I've never really played Standard or Modern in real life, so I've only played Commander. I tried to play Modern, but nobody really cares about Modern. People only want to play Commander, or, I mean, there are pre-release events where it's kind of like a tournament, and I do really want to participate in one of those, but because I work and will probably be in charge of helping run to the tournaments, chances are low I'll ever like get to participate if I'm planning on doing one where I work, and I wouldn't really want to do one somewhere else. I don't know. I like where I work, but I mean, I could probably ask my boss to like let me participate in at least one of them, because they usually do like 2 to 3 different pre-release tournaments, so at least that's what it was the one time that we've had a pre-release since I started working there. I think within the next month we should have another one though, so we'll see what happens with that. I would definitely like to play. It's a lot different though, because one is not Commander, and two, you're only using cards from the new set that you can pull out of your pre-release pack that you buy to go along with the tournament. So it's pretty interesting. I think it'd be fun, you know? See how that goes, see what I can come up with on the spot. No one wants to play Modern. Everyone wants to play Modern. It's far away. Not where I live. I mean, I'm not saying that no one anywhere plays Modern, but where I work, people do not play Modern. Like, we have a night for people to come play Modern, and most of the time nobody shows up. One time I tried to like play and nobody came. Sometimes there's this guy with his 2 sons that come, but they just stopped coming. So yeah, people do not play Modern in the area that I live. It's all Commander. Besides like the one family that came like a few times, I've never seen anybody play anything other than Commander or like play at pre-release events. And I mean, I'm sure there's places elsewhere that people are still playing Modern, but, you know, I can't say I've ever seen somebody play Modern. And I work at a card shop, so that's saying something. To be good to play Modern. Yeah, I mean, Modern's definitely more competitive, and I mean, we've got a mixture of people. We have some people that aren't, like, super competitive, definitely more for the casual play, but there are certainly people that are very, very, very competitive with it. I mean, I kind of want to be part of that group. That's why I like wanted to play Modern and stuff, but people ultimately just like the Commander group. I mean, like, they have like a whole like a group that goes out and like plays on like Saturday nights and stuff. Like, I don't know, I went and played with them till like 1 a.m. one time. It was very fun. It's good times. I love Commander. But yeah, where I live, it's just Commander. Not really much else going on. I mean, if we had people start actually playing Modern, I'd totally join in, but for now, I'm probably just gonna disassemble my Modern deck and integrate it into some of my Commander decks, because it's a green-black deck, and I have a green deck that I'm building for Commander, and then I also have plans for a green-black deck, so I'll just split it up between those two, and it should be good times. Anyways, I think we've got another order, so I'm gonna go ahead and check that. Shipping. Perfect. Alright, so I'll get your name down for shipping Venmo guy. I should be able to do that. I think I can probably have it out tomorrow. Oh, what did I do? I just went to full screen. I don't like it when I do that. Yes, I will get your name down for shipping. So you can get your spicy Charizard. There we go. And let me hurry and check CashApp and PayPal too, so I'm not missing anything. Alright, yeah, doesn't look like anything else yet. So we'll give it a little bit longer, see if we have any other orders come in, but otherwise, I may just wrap up soon, so I can do TCG player. Who knows, maybe I'll work on my mono green deck, because that's the one that I'm probably most excited about next. Maybe, I don't know. I'm also making a mono black deck that I'm pretty excited about. It's gonna be super cool. I'm excited because it's got my guy Vito as a commander. And so yes, what's really great about it is with him as the commander, I'm gonna put Exquisite Blood in there. Basically, if I can get Exquisite Blood on the board, I just have to play Vito, deal at least 1 damage to somebody, bam, insta-win. I also have to, you know, make sure that nobody can stop me using, like, Swords to Plowshare or anything, so I don't know, are there any kind of like black counters? I'm not sure. I know there are blue counters. They're very, very helpful to my my mill deck, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that, try to figure that out. I mean, I do have alternative options with, you know, Sanguine Bond, Exquisite Blood's another one of those combos. Man, that was so fun when I won with that combo. It's only happened one time, but it was so great, and it was memorable. Everybody was just like, what? I was like, the game's over. Y'all are dead. I win. Because, you know, I don't win by making my opponents run out of life. No. Well, I mean, so technically, that combo, they do run out of life and I get infinite life. But, I mean, I don't, like, do it through attack damage. Like, I almost never actually use creatures to attack. Most creatures I have in my decks are 100% there because of their abilities. Like, oh, this one makes it so you can play an extra land. I'm like, yes, I need that. Ooh, that reminds me of something really cool I got. Let's see, is it in here? Oh no, where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. But I bought this really cool card. Gotta look through my recent stuff. See, I need to put this one on my deck. It's messed up. You can see that it's got like a little spot where the holofoil is like whack. So I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna replace my non-foil one in one of my decks with it, but I just keep forgetting to. It's a lot of really random stuff. Basically like bulk rares. Weird foil stuff going on. Where the heck is my card that about? I literally got it yesterday. Maybe did I put it in? No, I wouldn't think I put it in that box. Oh, well, I'm so excited about that Dryad. Pulling that was so exciting. Tiny Bones! Okay, I don't know what happened to it. It was here recently. So is this the box with my green deck? Oh, I guess I did put it in here for now. So, during your discard phase, you may choose to put all land cards from your hand into play. If you do, discard the rest of your hand. So, if for some reason you end up with like 5 lands and like 2 other cards in your hand, you just be like, I'm gonna play 5 lands and get rid of these other 2 cards. I don't care. So I'm really excited about that. I'm not 100% sure what deck I'm gonna put it in. I just have it with my mono green stuff right now. I mean, it's also fantastic because it literally only costs 1 to cast. I'm so excited about it. It should be super exciting. Somebody traded it in at work yesterday, and like, as soon as my boss had like a spare minute, I was like, I'm buying this. Just like, okay. I was so excited about it. Let's see, we should see what else I've got in here right now. I've just been like throwing random things in. I actually don't think I can put this in here, can I? Because it's black on the other side. That would be better for my green-black deck. I could just make a Blex Commander deck all on his own. Yeah, got Kadama, what a great guy. Savala. I don't remember. There was someone I was thinking about using as my commander, but I haven't decided for sure. I mean, Kadama of the East Tree would be a fun commander. Maybe. I could do Galta. It'd be pretty great. Just get some creatures out there and then be like, oh, look, now I can easily cast my commander. I probably wouldn't, though. It'd be pretty inconvenient. Prefer something with lower cost. I mean, Kadama still costs 6, but there's worse. Got like Branching Evolutions, Lurking Predators. I love those cards. Moldea. I don't think I have a Moldea to put in here yet, but I have one of those in my modern deck, so I will still Moldea from in there. Paradox Stone. That's fun. I'll probably still Moldea to put in here, because it's a great card. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. Not enough fun stuff, though. I might just put him in here. I have 3 Allosauruses right now, only one of them's in a deck, so I might as well put one of them in here. I mean, technically, it's not the most ideal. Other than that, it stops countering, which is very helpful, especially when you're mono green, so literally all the spells you cast are green. But now they can't be countered. Yeah, that's actually, yeah. I'll probably put him in here then. I gotta find more sleeves though. Because I bought sleeves for my Sun Triplet deck, but I still really don't want to buy more sleeves. Too cheap. But yeah, so that's my card that I was really excited about buying. Alrighty, let me check orders again. Just double check. Oh, excuse me. I was a little bit tired. Alright, well, it doesn't look like we've had any more orders. It's been almost a half hour since our only one. So, I mean, I've been streaming like a full hour. It's a pretty solid night. I do not know if I will be streaming tomorrow. I need a video explaining how to play Magic. So, maybe eventually I'll do that, but the problem is that there's still a handful of mechanics that I'm still learning. I mean, I've been playing this like a month, so I have a lot to learn still. I mean, it's mostly just like a few specific like keywords and stuff, but you know, maybe sometime I'll be like, Zella's explanation of Magic the Gathering, and it probably will not help that much, because it will just be, you know, my experience with the game, and then me being excited about like 5 cards, just like for an hour. I'll just be like, I love these cards so much. Be like 12 minutes for each card. It'd be a pretty great time. I could probably, you know, go on that long about a single card. 12 minutes for each of my 5 favorite cards. That would be a great video. Zell's top 5 Magic cards. I don't even know what my top 5 cards are, except probably, I mean, I do really love Maddening Cacophony. I've used that so many times for my mill deck, and every time it's so much fun, and everybody's just like, what? My favorite though is when I have Bravak out too, so everybody's like, are we losing the game? And they're like, yeah, we gotta stop this. And usually they do, which is too bad for me, because I could have insta-won right there. But it is fun watching them scramble to try to deal with. But yeah, so I like that one. That one's really fun. And, you know, for that same reason, I also really like Bravak. But I also really like Exquisite Blood, because basically, every time an opponent loses a life, you gain a life. So it's so fun. So yeah, I love Exquisite Blood. That's the one that I use for an infinite win combo, because there's this other card, I think, that says every time you gain a life, your opponents lose a life. So, you know, you think about it this way. Your opponent loses a life, and so you get a life. But then since you got a life, your opponent loses a life. And then since your opponent lost a life, you get another life. And it just goes around and around and around and around. And so that's why you win. And what's really great about this card called Veto is that it can take the place of Sanguine Bond, because it does a similar thing. I don't remember its ability exactly. I mean, I could just try to find one of my Vetoes. I mean, I know I have one here. I have one wherever. Oh, please, just right in the front. How convenient. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So see, this one you do have to target it, but technically it still works, because you just, you know, would target one person at a time and then they'd all be defeated. It is great. Plus, he also has the nice addition of creatures you control gain lifelink until the end of the turn. So, yeah. If you needed to, you could just get one of your creatures to do, like, one attack, start it off. How do I add Danny DeVito? I need to make a custom Veto card now. It's gonna be Danny DeVito. And look, and there's Exquisite Blood right next to it. These cards, they are great. Yeah, these are like some of the first 2 cards going into my mono black deck, because I mean, Vito is going to be the commander, so he's very important to have in there. It's too bad Exquisite Blood can't be a commander, because it's an enchantment, and it doesn't work like that. And yeah, custom Danny DeVito. That would be so great. I like this idea. I need to write this down, because I'm going to forget. Gonna say Danny veto the Duskthorn or whatever the heck it is. Yes. Amazing. Beautiful. This could be very quality stuff. Podcast length video on the top 5 magic cards. Not the top 5, just my favorite. My favorite 5, which I don't know what they are. But Exquisite Blood would probably be in there. Because it's just great. Yeah, I really like Exquisite Blood. It's always fun to play. I got to play it earlier, but then they got rid of it pretty fast. But it was fun while it lasted. Sodium and I will go half Z's on that custom. I mean, who wouldn't want a Danny DeVito themed magic card? Like, oh, and see, there's my Sanguine Bond. Good times. Let's see, is there anything else in here that I really like? Oh, I do really like the Mesmeric Orb. I don't know if it'd make my top 5, but I do really like it. And there's Maddening Cacophony. Absolutely adore that card. Maybe one of my cards should just be like Island. Oh, Sir Conrad. I really like Sir Conrad too. Whenever another creature dies or creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. I'll probably be putting one of him in my veto deck as well. So yeah, we got him. He's pretty nice. There's Dothy. Dothy is just great entertainment. Actually, I don't even care that much about Fennex as a commander. I kind of want to find a different commander, but I don't know. It is what it is. Ooh, Ashiok is fun. I like Ashiok because it can make a little creature token that whenever it attacks, each opponent has to exile the top 2 cards of their library. So it's not just putting it into, you know, your graveyard. You have to straight up just like, is done in the game. Ooh, I do really like this one, Time Warp, because literally it just says you get an extra turn after this one. So fun, and people are just like, why? Ooh, this one's fun too though, because whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, if they don't pay an amount of mana, you get to copy it, and it's so fun. Meathook is pretty cool. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and whenever a creature opponent controls dies, you gain a life. Super great. Super fun too if you're, you know, playing with some of your other big spicy stuff. But it's also great because when it enters the battlefield, you get to choose how much you pay for it, and, you know, for whatever X is, say you have like, you got the 2 black mana you need, and then you have like 6 just other random mana. Alright, so pay that, it'll be 8 total, then, so the 6 minus X, anything that has 6 or less health, gone, defeated, instantly. Ooh, this card is cool though, because if you have it when you start the game, you just can put it on the battlefield, like you don't actually have to pay to play it. So fun. Rhystic Study, whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless they pay 1. This one's so fun, because you just draw a bunch of cards. Here's my boy Brovak doubling the milling, which, I mean, I really like him, but he's more just, like, for mill decks, so a little bit too specific to make the top 5, I think. Mind Slicer, he's fun, because when he gets defeated, everybody has to discard their hand. It's fun for me. So yeah, there's 4 cards that definitely are high up on there. I mean, I guess the thing is with the Maddening Cacophony, it definitely does the best when it's paired with another card, like either Brovak, because, you know, you win, or Dothy, because then you can take all the cards that everybody had to discard. It's so fun. It's so fun. And this one is great, because so whenever you use a card, so like, you know, none of these are great examples. Alright, so say you have Veto out and you decide to use him to attack with 1, so you do 1 damage to somebody, then you tap him and he remains, you know, sideways, tapped for the rest until it's your turn again, then you get to untap. But so, the Mesmeric Orb says whenever a permanent, so, you know, creatures, lands, that kind of stuff, becomes untapped, that controller's permanent mills a card. So when it gets back to my turn and I untap him, I have to mill the top card in my library. for every card that way. So somebody has like 15 lands and like 5 monsters. They have to mill 20 cards if they were all tapped. It's so much fun. I enjoy it immensely. It's great. But yeah, so those are some cards I really like from this deck. It's good times. I enjoy it so much. Have a grief from that modern deck with Dothy and grief. Now I know I've seen that card and I think I have one unless I sold it, but I don't remember what it actually does. Grief. When grief enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online card from it. That player discards that card. Evoke, exile a black card from your hand. And he has menace. Fun. Yes, I do believe I pulled one of these last time I opened a Modern Horizons 2 box. What a guy. And I love Dothy. He's just delightful. Discards the card. Oh, and see, that would be great, I guess, because, like, then you get to choose what they're getting rid of and, like, be like, this is mine. Now, see, that's what I was trying to do with my Sun Triplets deck, in a way, because I can play cards from their hands. And so I have a bunch of cards that will say, like, make target player return, or make a player return target permanent to their hand. So, if, you know, I have my Sun Triplets out, and I say, okay, I want your hand this turn, then I will play one of my cards so that they have to put the one that I want back into their hand, and then I can play it from their hand since I'm playing with their hand, and it's so fun for me. And they also can't stop me, because when you have Sun Triplets out and you choose their hand to play with, they can't play anything that turn. They can't use instants to stop you. So they literally have no way to stop me from, you know, just being like, I'm gonna take this. Unless for some reason somebody else did, which, I mean, in certain situations would make sense if they were trying to stop me from, like, winning the game really fast. But usually they're like, oh, well, it weakens this other person, so I guess it's fine. It's at least not me. I'm right. I need to look this one up, too. If I can spell it. Let's see. Adding extra random letters does not help. There it is. Oh, so the weird, like, line disappearing one. Oh, and the mystical archives. Exile a target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. I'm trying to process. Oh, rebound. If you cast a spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. Beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast this card from exile without paying its mana cost. I do be liking to pay to do stuff without mana cost. I mean, it also only does cost 1, but, like, you know, it's good times. That's one thing that's great about Dothy, is not only do you get to pick from so many cards, but you also don't have to pay for them. So you just kind of do whatever. It would be really great if somebody, like, if somebody, like, had, well, I guess it technically exiles with the void counter on it for Dothy. But so if you get an exiled card for Dothy that, like, costs, like, with a mana cost of, like, 12, you just be like, well, I don't have 12 mana, but Dothy's gonna make this work. So you just play it. It's great. I'm planning on doing that eventually. Now that I've realized that I can do this with Maddening and Dothy together, it's so much fun. No, Maddening can, like, do big good for me whether I have Brevak out. I mean, Maddening's always fun. Because I only play it with the kicker. I'm not going to just make them mill 8 cards. That's not enough. I want them to mill half their library rounded up. Because if I can double that, I win. And if I can't double that, I mean, maybe I'll have Dothy out. And I just get their cards like, oh, cool, now I can do whatever I want with these. Nice, I can kind of know what they have. They also, you know, can't just, like, use cards for graveyard decks. When I'm playing against graveyard decks, and I'm just like, but you have to give them to me. You don't get to put them in your graveyard. That's just silly. What's also really funny is sometimes is when I exile other people's Dothys with my Dothy, and I'm like, I could just, like, you know, replace him with another Dothy for fun. Except then I would lose everything else with a void counter on it, and for sometimes it's just kind of fun to just keep a tower of, like, half of everybody else's. That was so fun today. Like, legit, just having a stack of half of everyone else's decks just chilling on Dathi, and then half of the half that somebody else had left, I made them discard that too. So I had 2/3 their deck. It was absolutely delightful. 11 out of 10 would do it again. So fun. It was so fun. I love the chaos that ensues with my mill deck. So I just want to play it all the time. Cause like it always there's always something new going on with the chaos. It's always a little bit different. And I may not win that often, but considering I've been playing Commander for a month, and a lot of the people that I play against have been playing it for, 10 plus years. Well, not Commander specifically, but Magic the Gathering. Some of them have been playing Magic since before I was born. Like, I was talking to my boss, and he was thinking, he was like, I started playing Magic the Gathering before you were even alive. I was just like... So yeah, I play against a lot of people that have been playing since before I was born, so they obviously have a lot more experience than me. But the fact that I can win it all is good enough for me. And the chaos I can cause. That's my favorite part, is just is watching them try to deal with the chaos. Like, I rarely ever have many creatures out. So usually my board is pretty chill. It's not really threatening. Nobody's too worried about me. But the sorceries and random stuff, or enchantments I'll throw out, just chaos. And I don't have to deal with it. I just get to watch everybody else deal with the chaos. It's just too fun. I love it. It's a great time. That's why I hope that I can play sometime sooner rather than later. But I don't know. Because tomorrow, maybe I can do a one-on-one Commander game tomorrow. That would be fun. It's kind of hard to find people that'll actually agree to play one-on-one Commander. Most people are just like, oh yeah, no, I don't think so. But honestly, it's not ideal, but I feel like it's still fun. Like, the other night when I went and played Commander for a few hours, let's see, so we had 2 pods going. There was a 3 and a 4, and then one person from the 4 that I was in left, so it was down to 3, but then another person left, so it was just 2 of us, and we were waiting for the other pod to finish so that we could rearrange, so it'd be 2 pods of 3. But they were in the middle of their game. Yeah, they were pretty in the middle of it, so they're we're gonna be a little bit. And so me and the other guy that were still there were just one-on-one? Yeah. It was great. Other than that, for some reason, I literally could not pull lands. I would start with 2 in my hand, and then just not pull any, and just be I can't do anything. So that was pretty rough. But it's still fun. I did a few things in our one-on-one games, and then finally they finished, and so someone hopped over, and we did a 3 pod, and it was fun times. I don't know why, I still was having a hard time pulling lands. I was like, dude, there's 30-something lands in here, and I pulled 2 of them? Why? But I do think I added a couple more lands after that. I actually don't know how many are in there for sure, but there are more than there were. And today when I played it, I didn't have any issues with the lands. I pulled just good, reasonable amount of lands. So I was able to do stuff to cause chaos. Not really winning chaos, but technically, if we had had enough time for me to really be thinking through my decisions, or for me to care enough to think through my decisions, I probably could have, done a lot more power moves. I could have used one of the cards exiled with Dathi to search my deck for a card, and then put that on the top of my deck, so on my next turn, I could have Bravak there, play Bravak, and if I had... Oh, well, I would have had to I would have had to keep the Maddening, which is what I used to get all the cards on Dathi. So I guess technically that wouldn't work, but I'd still have double milling, which would be great. Or I could have got my Miss Mark, or fine. Or I could have looked for either Exquisite Blood or Sanguine Bond, so I could use one of those to win the game. Probably go for Exquisite, because then I could use either Veto, or Sanguine to win. Fun times. Anyways, I said I was gonna end like 15 minutes ago. So I'm gonna just hurry and check orders one last time. Then probably call it a night. Definitely a fun stream, even if we didn't do a ton. I pulled some spicy Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I gotta talk about Magic, which if you can't tell, I very much enjoy Magic. I find it highly entertaining that I have been playing Magic the Gathering for literally like a month. And I'm like, I enjoy it so much. And I feel like for somebody this new to the game, I'm doing like a genuinely good job, you know, for a starting out player. I mean, I have won a few times against people that, like I said, have been playing since before I was born. Or, you know, 5-10 years at least, which is a lot longer than how long I've been playing. But yeah, it's fun times. I just find stuff that I'm like, ooh, this will cause chaos, and so I put it in my deck. Or be like, ooh, this will give me an unnecessarily large amount of resources with which I can cause chaos. I tell people my two main goals when playing Commander is, one, to ruin my friendships or chances of friendship with everyone involved, and two, to cause chaos because it's very entertaining. And this makes me sound like a terrible person. I promise I'm actually a nice person. But when it comes to Commander, I just, I just enjoy making decks that are just highly entertaining to me. Whether they win or not. It's great. It's fun. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. We'll see if stream happens tomorrow. I mean, yeah, no, I legitimately don't know, but we'll see. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.